Hello, do you know my passion project, which is on Minecraft? So I'm just going to hit the single player in passion type project. My world's loading. Just going to take a few seconds. And here we go. Welcome to my world. And this is not the song "Welcome to My World" from no. This is my foot. Let's give it up for the British Ford. Yay! Reboot face fireworks. No night yet. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of fireworks. What's wrong with this thing? What's wrong? What's wrong? Why do you keep firing? I'm not doing anything. Trust me. Oh my gosh. Exit. Here we go. That's how to do it. Okay. Fireworks celebration is done. And okay, hold on, people. I just see what I'm today. Apparently, I'm not going to tell you what that thing is. Anywho, back to business. Sort of look. So this is a British fort. I made it look in the in the middle of the woods. Apparently, if you already noticed, this is a flat land, not the middle of the woods. But that no matter.
Some parents, they can get really stressed out because they don't have anything to make.
So just ignore that. I'm in my school. So apparently, I'm not going to tell you about myself. Let's just head to the stuff I learned during this thing. Well, this fort was this fort was is a replica of a British fort during the French and Indian War. It's not like it's kind of like a normal fort. So the French and the Indian War was a war against land. See, the French took over Ohio Valley, a valley full of land, and the British were so jealous that they wanted it. When the British forced them to leave, gunfires were shot from the French edge, and that's what started the war, the French and Indian. But we're not talking about the French and Indian War here. We're talking about out the fort. If you already seen the flag, it's like a British fort. So, and believe me, it's not my best work. I think you may do a better flag, but that no matter. So, the reason we have these huge walls in the forts is because, like, what happens if they build a one
Yeah, I did find him. Thank you.
fort with the smallest walls? Enemies. Surprise! So that's why they need to build it high. But the only thing they made it out of wood was because, well, in the forest's like huge, so you can't find that stuff that well. And because of that, well, it makes it kind of easy for forts to be sort of easy to see the forts in the daylight. But when it's dark, it's almost like the forts are invisible. Pretty cool. So, in case of that, but the thing is that there's supposed to be a door here, except that bats entered last night, so I had to lock the entry. That was me trying to kill the bats. Apparently the bats are gone. I don't know what happened to them. I'm glad they're gone. Anywho, that
Pizza bagel.
I don't have a lot of things inside here, except that
Our fed.
add their torches everywhere for light, a
That's
table,
how you make it.
and over here we have a chest for the supplies and stuff like that.
Ingredients and how to make it. Perfect pasta.
Well, but
Fettuccine
apparently,
Alfredo.
I have to tell you
Here is
something.
how to make it.
It wasn't. It weren't only just forts during the French and Indian War, and I know you already know this, but there were villages too. Okay, back to forts.
These are recipes. So if you're one of those parents out there needing some quick and easy recipes, go to our Google Doc
Oh my
link
gosh.
and
Excuse
we
me,
will solve your
I'm-
problem.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm handling some technical difficulties. Just let me do this. Okay, technical difficulties are done. And I'm that close just to fall into the end of the world and killing myself.
Are you gonna say the recipes in it?
Wait, can I pause it?
So,
You're like being Whoa.
okay, let me try to do this. Okay, the fort's done. All fixed. And apparently, back to that. Now, the thing was that as there were like, we had day and night, we would have like guards walk on like these planes. Like when I was telling you about the French and Indian War, I was walking on the planes, guarding for enemies. Thing was that when you're a very low view, it's sort of hard to see very far. And when you're like a very tall view, you can see lots of things. Like the house over there. Nice, huh? And if you're close, like in the ground, you're like, hey, where'd that house go? Where's go? Okay. So apparently, I didn't have anyone to help me work on this puppy. So, well, that's it. Well, apparently, they would build like the forts and like the walls around the main building to protect its like settlers or maybe generals, you know, who come for a visit. Oops, sorry about that. And apparently, that's sort of it. And oh, and by the way, the blocks, they were like castle walls. Because what happens if like the guns they're like guns. Took a cover. Ooh. Okay. Oh my god, that is so creepy. Anywho, apparently, that's, well, sort of it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed this video and gigantic replica of my fort. And I hope to see you soon on more patching projects. Later. Grand opening ceremony! Hooray! Da 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 da.